Back in the studio. Back in the studio. Back in the studio, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Yes. It's been I'm a little tired. What's going on? Ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? My name is Clifford Bonet. And you guys know where I'm at. I'm the CliffNotes Project Studio, but we are at the Boston Power Hour section of the studio. I am here to...
What do you mean? Like, what kind of... I'm lost.
Nah,
I'm not used to these Thursday afternoon shows.
All right.
It's a little bit different for us right now.
I know, man. You got the Belichick look right now.
Yeah, I mean, I might have to sub in for Belichick at this point. I think he's losing it a little bit. And it's always, in Bill we trust. I mean, I'm still frustrated after Sunday. Just to go right into it, man, it's crazy to see that game, a 5-point loss to the defending NFC champion, Philadelphia Eagles. Cliff, bring it over here. I want to look to everybody at home that's watching this, whether you're on Twitter, whether you're on YouTube, or whether you're on Facebook. Let's talk about this. I've been sitting on this for a couple days. You've been seeing me post about this. Here it is. I'm done with the moral victory stuff. Look, I'm a Pats fan. I'm Mr. Optimistic. Cliff, in 8 weeks from now, I'm going to tell you the path to the playoffs. I will fight tooth and nail what's going to happen. But here's the thing. You lost to the Philadelphia Eagles, a game that you know you should have won. I don't want to do the moral victory stuff. It's wins and losses. And I actually went back, Cliff, to look on it. And it was like the Seattle game in 2020, right? Or the Tampa Bay game in 2021, or the Dallas game in 2021, or last year Cincinnati. I think I had like 8 games listed of these moral victories. And this is the post-Tom Brady era that we're in right now.
Right.
I just think that there needs to be more accountability for this team, especially now. It's the 4th year now without Tom Brady. It's the 3rd year with Mac Jones. There shouldn't be all these mishaps. I'm not blaming this loss on Mac Jones. If I have to blame it, it's going to be some sort of coaching or whatever it is. But the moral victory stuff needs to stop, because are you guys going to say, whoa, the Patriots lost the Dolphins by 3 points. They're the best team in the division, the best team in the AFC. That's a moral victory, Babz. No, they're 0-2. You lost back-to-back home games. You're lost to your divisional opponent. I just don't want to do the moral victory anymore. I get being optimistic. Team looks a lot better on offense. Wow, the defense looks really good. But it's about accountability, holding the team accountable, and they need to be more disciplined. How many times last year we saw the undisciplinedness of the New England Patriots? It's just frustrating altogether. You had months to prep for this team. I know that they haven't hit their strides, the peak yet. It's still very early, Babz. I get it. I just don't want to do this. Well, we could have won if we had Devontae Parker. How many times did I see that over the last couple days? I'm just frustrated like you right now because your back is against the wall. And I'm going to tell you this, Cliff.
Talk to me.
It's a must-win this upcoming Sunday night.
Wait a minute. Must win?
It's a must-win because you already start the season 2 games at home, 2 games in Foxborough. All right, you don't want to start the season 0-2 and lose both your home games. You already lost a home game in Germany. I know it's going to be kind of a home game anyways for the Patriots. You don't want to lose to the Miami Dolphins, who will be 2-0, and you're 0-2, and you're chasing them for the rest of the season. It's a must-win on Sunday. And everything I just said about the moral victories and the frustrations all get wiped away Sunday night.
Okay.
With a win against the Miami Dolphins.
I'll say that I agree with you. We need to win on this game with Sunday because it's the obvious, right? We'll be ahead. Jets lost. We'll talk about the Jets later on. But I want to go back because I kind of told the people you weren't going to rant, but you came out ranting, which is cool. But I will say this. If you guys want to go back in the archives, I've always said maybe a year and a half ago, I noticed a little bit of slippage with Bill. Little bit of slippage, okay? Now, is it age? No disrespect to Bill. It is what it is. We are humans. Things happen. But I will say this. Maybe it's also he doesn't have the complementary people, players, all around him, the perfect storm. Now, this in no way, shape, or form takes away what Bill Belichick has been doing or has done. All this does right now says we need a full team. Do I agree with Babz when he says we need to be much more disciplined? 100%. I'm getting tired of Dietrich Wise always offsides or holding. It happens every game. At least once. He's always due. When it happened, I was like, oh, he was due anyway. So I'm not surprised. But, Babz, I want to say this to you, and you know me. I've always told you I felt a little bit leery about our guy, Mac Jones, but I can't necessarily blame him for what took place. This guy here actually, what's the word? What's that coin phrase we used to say? He did his job. What do you think?
I mean, when you look at something like this right here with Mac Jones in terms of the completions and all that, I said this last week, like at the tailgate. I said, this is your quarterback one. This is who you guys are going to have, New England Patriots fans. Like, this is your guy. This is your quarterback. You're going to ride the wave with him all season. And I think that Mac Jones did an awesome job.
I know. I got it over your face.
What's going on right now on the screen? It doesn't matter. If you just look at, some people are like, well, they were down 16-0, and it's him chasing. He was making some sort of some smart decisions. I mean, he had 54 pass attempts. And I think that Mac Jones got a lot of recognition. I don't think he lost the game for the Patriots.
No.
I thought there were some questionable throws. Yes, those happen in the games. But he did enough to try to keep that team back into it. I thought Mac Jones to throw 3 touchdowns against the Philadelphia Eagles. It's the home opener. It's a positive step in the right direction. Babz, you're just talking about moral victory right there. It's a moral victory. No, it's just, this is what your quarterback should be in year 3. I think that's the most important part for Mac Jones. And I like the maturity out of Mac Jones. I like that he took the blame for it after the game. That's what a leader does. I said this was going to be a big season for Mac Jones in the sense of leadership, accountability. Like, he's taking the accountability. I feel like other people on the team are not taking accountability. That's
who?
my issue.
Like who? Let's look at the numbers real quick.
That guy, I'll tell you that. But yeah, looking at his stats right there, what's that? 35 completions, 54 attempts right there.
A lot of throws.
3 touchdowns. That pick 6. I'm not going to totally blame him. I've been going back and forth with people. I'm going to defend Mac Jones in that one's a tip ball, but there was at least 2 other throws that could have easily been picked. So he could have had like 3 touchdowns and 3 interceptions. And I think one of the issues I've seen with Mac Jones is not throwing the ball away, trying to make that extra play, which can lead to a sack. I think he took a dumb sack, which ended up being
4 attempts. That's a lot. There was a throw that I think it was a post play to Hunter Henry, and I'm saying, why is he not zipping it through? But he does loft the ball.
Yeah.
Is it fair to say that?
Yeah.
He doesn't have that zip, okay? Ladies and gentlemen, this is our quarterback. He doesn't have that zip. Let's live with it. But he can place the ball. But 54 attempts, way too much.
Yeah, I agree. I also think the run game was pretty much slacking, as we've seen. It's like you're trying to save Stevenson for an entire season. It's Zeke Elliott's first game out there for the Patriots, and a bad fumble for him. It sucks that happened, which led into a score for the Eagles. I think it's just pacing yourself. I have no problem with the 54 attempts on the first game. Obviously, like you said, scale that back a little bit. Try to get your run game more going, but talk about the offensive line. Like, you got to get the ball out quick. You might not have a lot of time to hand a ball off because then all of a sudden you're trying to go up the middle or make a move. You're gonna lose yards. So I have no problem. That's probably what you're gonna end up seeing Sunday night is another game where he's probably gonna end up having 50 pass attempts because he's gonna be chased down pretty quickly.
Chased down. Yeah.
It's gonna be a terrible offensive line coming up this week.
But I will say the one difference that I've noticed this year is accountability. Okay, and it would be nice if our coach was a little more accountable, but like this right here, what was your thoughts?
No, it's good that you're stepping up and you take that accountability. It's on me. They gave me the ball twice to win the game, and I couldn't do it. I mean, it's actual fact. Like, you are the quarterback. You were going to take all the heat no matter what. I mean, he could have went out there and had 4 touchdowns, no interceptions, and they still lose. He still would have took the heat some sort of capacity.
Was it too much like little whiny kind of?
No, I don't think it's whiny at
all.
I think that Mac handled that very well to take the accountability. He could have just put it somewhere different and said, if play calling was a little bit different. No, it's my fault. Ball's in my hand. I should have did a lot better. That's what you need out of a quarterback.
Yeah.
But now the test is here on Sunday Night Football.
Yeah.
Like, okay, are we going to do the same thing again? Are we going to have 50 pass attempts? You have the ball in your hand twice. Like, how many game-winning drives has Mac Jones had in his career so far? I think it's just like one. Like, come from behind against Houston. Like, that's the frustrating thing. But, again, it's year 3. I'm not doing moral victories, but optimism. Like, you're continuing to move forward.
Is he just not that guy? Because, you mentioned this game coming up, and I know we caught the highlights. I know I did. It's a lot of scoring. a lot of scoring. These guys can score fast. These guys can score quick. But we always knew that. The question with the Miami Dolphins has always been, can Tua stay upright? Can the line protect him? God forbid, we don't want to see anyone get injured, which I saw a lot of rhetoric this week, which was disgusting. But we'll talk about that with the Aaron Rodgers piece. But if he can remain upright, not get concussed, I actually am afraid of Miami. Thoughts?
I'm not that afraid of Miami. I think it's because you already had a great test with the Philadelphia Eagles. I find them very similar to possibly Miami, Jalen Hurts and Tua. You know, with their A.J. Brown and maybe a Waddle. Yeah, Tyreek Hill, everyone's worried about him. You know, the last 4 games in a row, they've held him to under 100 yards. He's had 2 touchdowns, 1 receiving, 1 rushing. I think they could hold Tyreek in check. I believe a lot in the defense. I've been saying this over and over and over again, whether it's on Boston Power Hour, whether it's on my Instagram, Twitter. The Patriots defense is going to hold teams to 20 points or fewer. And they technically did that against Philly, by the way. They did that. The pick 6 does not count against the defense.
Well,
since you can win games 21-20. How many times have I kept saying that?
Yeah, you have.
And that's how they should have won against Philly.
Yeah, it was there.
I think that they can hold Miami to 20 points or fewer is the offense. Now you've seen what, you know, the Chargers put up 30. Right?
Yep.
They put up 30. Miami defense is hurting. Miami defense is
not a good defense right now.
Philly.
Yeah.
You need to if you're throwing 54 passes, you need to be able to take advantage of this Miami Miami defense.
And they can't stop the run either. But how about this? I want to throw this spin at you because people have been saying this as well. Okay? Are you ready? Ready? Here we go. Boom. You have Philly. Philly really didn't show you everything they had because they're like, it's the Patriots. Let's play out a little vanilla offense. Because Hurts really didn't look like the MVP, or should have been MVP of the Super Bowl Hurts.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. You're playing vanilla offense. We're not trying to show everything. We're pacing ourselves. At the same time, in the NFL, every win does matter. You know, you can't just throw games. Belichick, for some reason, likes doing that, and we've seen that over the years. But that's also when you had Tom Brady. So it's like it's okay to throw a game here or there later in the season when they need it.
Yep.
I don't think Philly was ever trying to throw the game. I just think that the Patriots schemed that well defensively to keep Jalen Hurts in check, and that's what kills us is that, wow, you guys did such a great job, but you still took a loss. Like, and it still shouldn't have happened that way. And we could point the finger every different way. I mean, again, I think that it was a good test to have Jalen Hurts and company come in week 1.
Okay.
You see what they are. All right, we got a similar team that we're going to be dealing with this Miami team. They should be able to handle themselves.
I hope so. But I want.
You hope so. Yeah, you hope so. I mean, I don't get. Like I said, my dark horse was Miami to win the division. Like, my dark horse, and I thought Tua should win comeback player of the year. The DeMar Hamlin thing has been just so pushed in your face. And like, oh, he's going to win. He was inactive, like on Monday Night Football. Like, he might not even, who knows how much he's going to play this season. I mean, this is a big game for Miami to set the tone for their season as well, too.
It is.
They're going to be firing everything at you. I trust the defense enough. It's just you need to execute right away and try to play mistake-free football. You cannot go down 16-0 right off the bat again.
Well,
and play that whole fighting and clawing. Oh, we score 14 straight. And then even after that Tom Brady ceremony, you had the ball first. And you weren't able to do anything with it.
And what's crazy, we all know that Mac is just not he just doesn't have that in him to really lead a comeback. Even though, to me, I thought he did pretty well. I think he did really well.
I think he does have enough to lead
a
comeback.
You think? You truly believe that?
He's been fighting and clawing every single way. It's just how many games didn't go his way, right?
Okay.
Like how many games at the end that a fumble happens, like you know, against the Cincinnati game or the Minnesota game where just time's out, like they don't have no more timeouts, or even the 4th and 3 and they decide to go for it where they already went on 4th down once, and that was great. That was a great play. There's just things that are probably held against him too much. It's the coaching, I think, that hurts him at the end of the day. And what did I say? Like I've been saying, like they might try to be holding Mac Jones a little bit back because of the extension coming up. I mean,
you think they would go that far?
I think it's just frustrating because I don't think Mac Jones is an elite quarterback. I said that he's might not touch top 10. If he's top 10, he's at 10. Like if anything, there's plenty of quarterbacks better than Mac. He's a game manager. As a game manager, to see his stat line, I thought that was great. You want to see more out of it. What else do you want to get out of it? It's like 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. Like he got his team into position multiple times. The team as a whole didn't execute. I don't think it's just on Mac Jones.
But what was nice to see is, I remember during our tailgate, we spoke about letting them be great, letting them play. Kendrick Bourne. That was nice.
Let Kendrick Bourne be Kendrick Bourne.
Yeah, that was nice.
Let him be Kendrick Bourne. Like, he's their number one receiver.
He is.
I want to hear this. Devontae Parker is the number one guy.
Talk about that, because I know that's annoying you, because it's annoying me.
Like I said because we've had this script out for a couple days, and now things change, right?
Right.
If you have Devontae Parker having DeAndre Hopkins in the offense would have been opening up everything. Yeah. It would have probably Kendrick Bourne had 4 touchdowns.
And you know what? The run would have been so much better.
Run would have been better. Yeah. So just inserting that, and then I got people chirping saying, well, did you not see Tennessee? They didn't look good. It's different offenses. It's different systems. Ryan Tannehill's on the back half of his career, probably done after this season.
It's a wrap.
And Hopkins still had a good stat line. It's about the targets, the receptions, the yards you're getting. It would have been a difference maker. And I hope this is the only time I ever talk about it for the entire season. I said I'm going to look at it almost every game. Zeke Elliott and DeAndre Hopkins halftime. Yeah. Like, the things would have changed a lot with DeAndre. That's the frustrating part.
Do you feel as though that, they should have probably inserted Jones just as a spark? Because the kid can run, Or are we going to say, you know what? We're not going to do that. Return punts, stay on defense. I just feel as if Mac is not being, and I'm not a real Mac fan. He's just my quarterback. Yeah. But he's not being given a true opportunity to show what he can and cannot do.
That's a frustrating thing.
That is annoying.
Like, if you had DeAndre Hopkins, I think he would have been, here you go.
Right.
Like, he's got the coaching. Like, he's got Bill O'Brien, and I thought it was definitely a step up from what we saw last year on offense. But still, it's like you're missing pieces. And already, like, Devontae Parker, like, if that's a true thing for you guys, like, he's already out. Like, he missed week 1. You're now got Trent Brown with a concussion. Like, you got your whole offensive line already
kind of falling apart.
Like, how much are you actually helping out Mac? Mac is doing the best he can. It's feeling like you're wasting what you have around you right now. And that's the frustrating part. You don't want to be in this middle mediocre team. Like, you're better than, like, last year. How frustrating was it that the Pats went 8-9, and they actually were going on a small little run at the end of the season, and then they lost to Buffalo in Buffalo, and then you watched Wild Card Weekend, and you're just saying to yourself, the Patriots would have competed with any of those teams.
Yeah,
they would have competed with any of those teams. That's the frustrating part. Just like kind of tying into Boston Celtics, right? The Celtics, the number 1 team, they just went to a finals, and it's frustrating to see the Celtics fall to the Heat, being like, wow, they could have gave the Nuggets a run for their money. Like, you need to hit on the opportunities when they're there, because who knows in 2 years from now when you're rotating another quarterback in, when you don't have Belichick anymore. People who want Belichick out, it might not be that great when Belichick's out of here.
Yeah, people are not thinking about that.
People think that, like, maybe Belichick has lost a step in a certain way of what's happening on the field in the moment.
Right.
But when Belichick thinks overall in the game, his mind is still there. It's just in that heat of the moment.
Maybe the quick game management, there has to be other people with him.
Maybe he's not as sharp as he once was.
No.
In the moment, and you have to be as a head coach.
I think those are valid points. And I also think, too, looking at the complementary or lack thereof of players, it is what it is. Why do you think superstars get paid? Yeah. Who's our superstar on offense? Superstar.
They don't have one.
Bingo. That's all. I'm glad. Okay.
I mean, that's why they go to training camp.
There you go. Yeah.
Like they don't have a superstar.
That's true.
I mean, Zeke is a name, like a household name, but he's not a superstar.
He's not Zeke what he was. He's not the Zeke.
Kendrick Bourne's fun to watch.
Right.
Like, we know what Kendrick Bourne can
provide.
Not a
superstar.
He's not a superstar, though.
Right.
Like,
you know who I'll tell you is a superstar on defense? Kenyon White.
Yeah.
That dude's nasty.
Yeah. Yeah, Keon.
Keon. I said Kenyon. Thank you.
He can go anywhere on the field.
Yeah.
He's great. Like, that's Bill Belichick's sharp mind right
Bingo.
there, thinking long term.
Bingo.
Like, that's why Bill's still here. Like, the defense is still good. Belichick deserves all the recognition for the defense and being able to reform what it was from 2020, scrapping everything out to build it back up to where it is now. Belichick gets all the praise and love for that. Gerard Mayo gets a lot of respect for that, and Steve Belichick should get some recognition as well too. That side of the ball's there. That's why I said the defense only gave up, 18 points?
Yep.
Bill said, hey, my defense did this. If you want to blame Mac for the pick 6, go ahead. And I don't think you should get blamed for it, but they're there. That's the frustrating thing, is they're there. I don't want to do the moral victory.
Right.
They're there.
Yeah.
Show it this Sunday. Yeah. Seriously.
I think what's key
I'm going to be frustrated being there this Sunday, and if they lose, and they go 0-2, because not only that, like, you're going to go to Meadowlands, you're going to go play against the Jets. We'll talk about that in a little bit, but you should not be, like we said, 1-1. You have it right here.
Yep.
You said, Cliff, that they would lose to Philly
Yep.
and they would win against Miami. You're
Yep.
looking good right now in your
Yep.
predictions. I was the opposite way.
It's all right.
I said 1-1
1
after
and
the
1.
first 2 games.
1 and 1.
That's what you need to be.
Yeah.
Now for me, your back's against the wall.
Yeah.
Like, you have to win this game because now we see how good Dallas looked like
Yes,
against
we
the
do.
Giants.
Yep.
But Dallas is probably going to mop the floor with the Jets. You got to win this week. You know you're probably going to. I'm not going to say they're going to lose in Dallas, but you know that's not going to go your way. Now you're looking at possibly 1-3 if you can even beat the Jets. The Jets will give you a run for their money, too.
Let's talk about the Jets because, first of all, anybody that celebrated another person getting hurt, you're kind of a piece of shit. You know what I mean?
A piece of shit.
I'm going to say that. I don't think that you
shit.
wanted him to get hurt. I think you just don't want him to play. I think. Are we as fans?
I want him to play. I want the Patriots to go there week 3 and beat Aaron Rodgers.
Right.
I was, moral victory. There's no Aaron Rodgers. That's a W now for the Patriots, and it should be a W. But I want it to be like, that's your test. Go in there and can you beat Aaron Rodgers? Like, that's what I wanted.
I don't want that test right now.
I wanted week 18, Aaron Rodgers coming to Foxborough, and it was win and get in. Like, that's what I want. That's a gimme at the end of the season.
Look at this guy. He's the producer, ladies and gentlemen. That would have been amazing.
Yeah.
But you know what? Let's get in. Let's have a chance. Because I looked at their team. They have a pretty fast team. Like, fast. We're not so fast. So that scared me.
Yeah.
Being a realist and a Patriot fan, it scared me. But the producer person in me is saying, so Aaron Rodgers obviously saying all the great things, saying he's going to help, he's going to be around. What, in your mind, do you think he can do to our guy over there, the other quarterback, Mr. Zach, who has a MILF? You know what I mean? Do you think it would actually work out? Because I think he has a skill set. He can throw the ball.
Yeah.
He just can't read anything.
They went 5-2, I believe, last year to start, the Jets. They didn't look terrible with Zach Wilson. But then again, they were just talking about it, that 3-3 game where they came in here and then the Pats win on the special teams touchdown. I think Zach Wilson, I think they had 45 passing yards with Zach Wilson. So he's still raw. And I think that what sucks for the Jets is that you wanted Aaron Rodgers here for 2 years, 3 years to help elevate Zach Wilson. Similar to Jordan Love. And Jordan Love played pretty good.
He played pretty good. Aaron Rodgers also went through the same thing, too.
And Aaron Rodgers went there with the Brett Favre situation. So as of right now, Rodgers ain't in that building.
No.
Rodgers is focused on his health. He ain't going to be around the team. I don't know how much he's going to really help Zach Wilson this year.
Okay.
It's almost as the Jets. I give them a lot of credit for beating the Bills. They won as a team.
Yeah.
Like, that's something you build off of. But they could go into Dallas and get absolutely mopped. The first round pick for next year would have went to Green Bay. It's not happening this year.
Right.
At this point, do you just tank and try to get another great player on that Jets team and, manage your injuries? You don't want a Sauce Gardner going down.
Nope.
You don't want, Dalvin Cook to get hurt. Maybe, kind of scale it back. Hey, we'll extend you. We'll sign you next year. You don't want Breece Hall to get hurt again. At what point do the Jets pull the plug on the season?
That's it. That's interesting.
Because at what point do you really want Zach Wilson to go out there and get beat down over the next, 16 games that they still have and get exposed?
That's actually an amazing thought.
Do you want to sit? No one's going to hold it against them if the Jets just fucking say, we're done. You still have Rodgers signed.
Right.
You still have Lazard. You still have, the Garrett Wilsons.
Yep.
You don't want to get these guys hurt. They're still young.
Yeah.
You don't want to go all out. So it's going to be interesting how they manage their season going forward. It's a good story for them to win week 1.
We're going to have to edit this out because I don't want them to hear this.
No, but it's, I'm trying to think on both sides of it.
Yep.
But, I mean, again, if the Jets lose, say, to Dallas and they get mopped, and they could win, you never know.
Yep.
If the Jets lose to Dallas, then they lose to the Patriots. Now they're 1-2. You kind of see after 3 weeks where they are.
Yeah.
And I think they have Kansas City right after. They have a brutal schedule. And then they have Denver. They have to go to Denver. At what point do you just pull the plug on the season and just become the worst team, and just tank? Not that they're tanking for Caleb Williams, but do you tank for an offensive lineman or the best defensive player? Then next year the Jets can just do the same thing. That defense will be insane. They're going to be insane, this and that. So I want to see a good Jets team. We're getting a good Miami team coming in.
Yep.
What do you have, New England? You showed it in Philly, against Philly, but what do you have against Miami? Let's see that. But now, as the Patriots, if you can beat Miami, you see the Jets are going to fall down. The Bills look real, in terms of they're back to being humans again.
Right.
Josh Allen didn't
That's
look great.
insane. What is going on over there?
And now they have a racist owner, Cliff. You've
What?
seen that?
No.
You didn't see that?
Help me.
Cliff.
Put me on.
Let's see. It's him, their owner, and Jerry Jones. I think the owner, and don't quote me on this, and don't take this, put you up at the same time so I don't get in trouble for this.
He's all right.
I don't have. I could look it on my phone, but it said something about like, you know, if you do feel like you don't have it good here, go back to Africa or go live in Africa. He said something like that along the lines. That was from the owner, I believe, of the Bills.
Woo.
I'm telling you right now, looking right into the camera, the Las Vegas Raiders are going to beat the Buffalo Bills. They are going to beat them in Buffalo, their home opener.
How much we putting on
it? The Bills are 9-point favorites. Take the spread.
Yeah.
Like I talked to Dan Jolly. I know he's probably listening out there at some point later on. We laughed all offseason when they got Jimmy G in Las Vegas. He goes, Jimmy G is a winner.
Yep.
Like he's just a game manager winner. He always has good defenses around him. They won 17-16 against Denver. Like that's a Jimmy G
game. Yeah.
That's how they're gonna end up beating Buffalo.
Yeah.
They're gonna win like 21-17 or something like that. But and I also think McDaniels will cook up a nice game plan against the Buffalo Bills.
He needs to. It's very important for
the Raiders this week.
Yeah.
You got to root for them. You got to root for Josh McDaniels and the Raiders because you want Buffalo to kind of come back down to reality. If you lose to Miami and the Jets lose, like you're still there. Like Buffalo loses, they're 0-2. Like you're there with them as well. Like it's not the end of the world. It's just if you beat Miami, the Jets lose to Dallas, and the Raiders lose, or the Raiders win against Buffalo. Like Pats are right there now.
That's right.
Now you can start being in the driver's seat a little bit.
Yeah.
I want to be back in that driver's seat like we were in 2021.
It'd be nice.
But you gotta put it out there. You can't slack. You can't make these indecisive decisions. Like I'm frustrated.
But, no, I see that, and
I was so frustrated.
And I don't want you to get more frustrated because here's a question that I have for you. We see our team, we see the potential, we see what might be happening, but then we also look at our receiving core, and then we see at what's happened to the Raiders, or what the Raiders have, I should say.
Oh.
Why did we not sign him again?
Yeah, they should have kept Jacoby Myers.
Why is Juju here?
That's tough. That's a tough pill to swallow because it's Bill thinking and playing the chess game. Now, again, I talk about long-term things, and Bill succeeds, and then I don't know how Bill just keeps fumbling the offensive stuff because maybe he's looking like, I got everything out of Jacoby, and I don't blame him because most of the time you give a guy a contract or money,
and
they fall backwards.
Yep.
Jacoby doesn't look like that. I mean, he's in the perfect situation. He's with the Josh McDaniels who knows him.
Yep.
So don't also sleep on that. What if Jacoby was on, like, Baltimore, or what if he was with the Chargers? Maybe he would have been used differently. I think it's kind of like Stidham. Stidham they traded him to Vegas, and it worked for him because of the system. So don't forget that as well too.
Of course,
it does hurt because you can use that to your advantage.
To your advantage.
Talk crap about Bill Belichick. It hurts to see. Juju has pretty much been hurt. Juju had a bad offseason.
Yeah.
Like, let's face it.
And I don't want to hear about this out of shape nonsense. People, that's ridiculous.
That's
These
just LB talking some bullshit.
That's crazy.
I get it. Is his knee not healthy? The same thing with Devontae Parker. Why extend Devontae Parker if he's hurt and you could use that money to get DeAndre Hopkins? That's another thing that I don't think enough people are talking about. Everyone thinks that Devontae Parker is this ultimate wide receiver one. They kept saying that in Miami for all those years.
I didn't see it.
Could he be explosive? Like, sure. Like, could he have big plays? Sure. Like,
what, he caught that one pass against the Patriots?
Yeah. It's just frustrating. Like, Kendrick Bourne's the number one. Like, that's the way it looks like right now. But, I mean, it's frustrating to see Jacoby Myers succeed that way. It's like we had him. He was Mac Jones's go-to guy.
And that's what sucks even more.
So is it like, are you purposely hurting Mac? Are you not trying to help Mac?
I didn't want to go there.
But how many times are we going to do this? Like Jacoby Myers, DeAndre Hopkins coming in. Like,
no offensive line.
Kendrick Bourne last year and giving him the doghouse. Like, no offensive line and going out and getting key pieces for the offensive line.
Do you think conspiracy theory, and I know people love the conspiracy theory, do we think that because it's fair to say that Belichick did not really want to get Mac, but the owner did, so Belichick is saying,
I go back.
You know what? Screw you. I'm gonna let's see how your guy does.
If we want that to fit our narrative, we can.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, but that's something I think we've been preaching since the start of the show.
Yeah.
Like the very start was like, I don't think that Mac was truly Bill's guy, and Bill can do enough to dick around to get wins.
Right.
And like be average of like an 8-9, 9-8. And they were just talking about today, like, you go 9-8, and it's like, all right, well, he's still over 500, and you're still close to the Shula record.
You're right there.
Like, you can't really get rid of Belichick yet. Like, it's just tough. That's what's frustrating. That's why you should be frustrated about the Philly game. It's like, this team, I don't want to beat the drum about Tom Brady. If you had Tom Brady, but that team, even if when they had Tom Brady and he was out, when you had Jimmy Garoppolo in, when you had Matt Castle as your quarterback, they were still a disciplined football team.
Bingo.
Like, we just saw the highlight of Jimmy G stepping in, years ago in 2016 for that, Arizona game. Jacoby Brissett, when he stepped in, they were a disciplined football team. When they didn't have both of them and you're just running Wildcat, and you have Julian Edelman, they were still a disciplined football team. Even in 2019, when Brady kind of sucked towards that second half, when they played Philly, he didn't throw any touchdowns. It's still a disciplined football team. It's like they don't have that anymore. I don't know where it comes from. Is it supposed to be Mac being the one that tells everyone to shut the fuck up and let's fucking focus? Is it Belichick? There's still maybe there's still a little lostness. That's a weird word, but in their locker room of that leadership and accountability and this and that. Like, Mac takes the accountability. I like that, but what is he doing behind the scenes with the team to keep them focused as well too? I mean, it just sucks. It's frustrating because you didn't get blown out against Philly.
Nope.
And you were going to, and you look good. I almost kind of want, if you're going to lose to Miami, I just want them to get blown out. Because I want to see what it's like.
Don't tease us.
I want to see who starts getting the blame by the media. If you're going to, I'm not trying to say I want the Patriots to lose. But if you told me, Babz, no matter what, the Pats are going to lose, how do you want them to lose? Get blown out. Because I want to see how Belichick takes that heat. I want to see what that team, how they respond at week 3 when we go down there to MetLife Stadium. I don't want to lose another game by 3 to 5 points. Like, well, they almost had it. It's a moral victory. It's okay. They're 2-0 in my book.
I want to say this, and I want the people. You guys can mark this down. That today's what, September 14th, 1:26 p.m. They will not get rid of Belichick. I'll tell you why. They got rid of one goat and they bit him in the ass. They're not going to do it twice. Chicago Bulls owner wishes that he didn't fuck up that Chicago Bulls team. Bob Kraft is not doing the same. I guarantee it.
Not at all. I mean, again, long term of football, Belichick still brings a lot to the table.
Correct.
But you know that his time is coming up.
It's coming, and that's okay.
It's okay. It's just you're working with the flaws, and I don't know. It's frustrating. I'm just frustrated because this team should be way ahead of where they are. And it's only week 1, and I'm not. It's a lot of knee-jerk reactions from me, but
it's okay.
I want to be proven wrong, and I want.
Hell yeah. So which Thursday? We didn't do our Monday here. We got Thursday night football.
A little bit different. Do you like this? Do you like this new format for us? I think it's different.
I actually don't mind it at all. If you can pull this off, I'm gonna pull it off for you. I'm telling you. So we got Thursday night. Monday night football. Thursday night football, excuse me.
Gotta get used to that.
I will say this. I hate, or used to hate, Thursday night football because I remember vividly what Vince Wilfork told me face to face. He says that a body needs time to recoup. The recoup starts happening really Wednesday, Thursday. But now because of greed, we're putting on a product we haven't had, if you go back in history, and I don't have the data here, but just in memory, me changing the channel, not a lot of really good quality Thursday night football games. This being week 2, what do you expect to see coming out of this? Because Philly doesn't want to go and kind of just lose this game.
Well, taking your theory of earlier and saying that the Philly was trying to play vanilla because it's week 1, if that's the case, then they should come all out tonight firing.
Balls out.
Balls to the wall. I think tonight, I actually think, so I hear everybody from different ways, like take the points on the Vikings. It's 7 points right now. It's going to be a closer game than people think. Take the under. I think Philly wins in a blowout. It's their home opener on a Thursday night football. They went up to Foxborough, won week 1, pretty unscathed. Yeah, Jalen didn't play a great game. That's good motivation. All right, we'll bounce right back and have this. I mean, just for the Eagles to just take that commanding 2-0, we're up 2-0 in the season, continue pushing forward, then they'll have all this extra rest. I'm interested tonight to see how the Vikings respond. Big loss against Tampa this past week. Shout out to Baker Mayfield. We like a little Baker Mayfield. It's just interesting to see him do that. And I always feel like that Vikings team's very overrated. They've had their chances so many times.
So many.
Kirk Cousins. They can start the season 0-2. And does that start putting some pressure on Justin Jefferson? Like, do they trade him? Do they regroup? How do they do things in the Vikings?
We'll take him. Oh, yeah, we don't pay for our players.
I mean, I looked tonight. I threw another bet down, just something small, but I took Kirk Cousins and Jalen Hurts both to have 2 touchdowns, passing touchdowns.
Okay.
I like that bet. Like, I tried doing it last week.
Yeah.
I got fucked over with Derek Carr, my boy. You know, I talked about it. I was like, oh, you got to hammer Derek Carr, 2 touchdowns. He only had one. All right.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
it's all right.
Opening jitters. All right.
That's it.
But Mac had 3. I took him for 2, and he had 3. So it worked
shout
out
outs,
that way.
shout outs to that little bonus that they gave.
Yeah, I know the bonus helps out.
Yes.
That's why we got some funding this week.
Yes, sir.
For tonight's game, I don't know if I'm even going to really watch. I was just on the phone with Corey earlier about it.
Yeah.
Got the kids, got to put them down to bed.
You're
It's
not really
different.
interested.
It's different. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I like football. I mean, I'll look at the score, but
Yeah.
I mean, it's just still kind of
You're not
early.
fully invested
Yeah,
into
I'm
it.
not fully invested so early on in the season. Even Monday night,
Yeah.
I wasn't watching live.
Yeah, me neither.
I caught it like right away, like when
Yeah.
it happens, but I wasn't watching. I mean, yeah, it's your division rivals. You kind of want to see what they are. You know, catch up on that, but
It is what it is.
I'm getting old.
Do you, not even that, but don't you think, like, looking back, do you think that the game is getting a little bit watered down, where it's oversaturated? And it's crazy that I'm saying this because it just came back, or is it because we're not winning the way we used to win? What is it?
It's a good question. I think it's a lot of combinations of, like, fantasy football really got, like, a lot of people into football. I think the sports gambling now drives your attention away a lot, maybe,
Yeah.
on, like, how you watch the game. I think that really changes the way you watch the game nowadays. I mean, that's kind of dumb because I know there's a lot of people out there be like, football's football. I love football no matter which way you look at it. I don't know. I don't know if it's just the product has changed a lot and the way things are handled. I don't know. I think it's just where it's still the extension of the preseason right now.
It is.
Like once it's like October, maybe like when it's fall time, you got a couple games.
Sounds
into
like
it.
someone's still going with the Belichick. 4 games is still part of the
It's still
preseason.
extension of preseason.
This guy's been programmed, ladies and gentlemen.
I think also going to the game like wears you down completely.
Yeah.
Like that's a long day.
It is
like,
a
I was
day.
exhausted when I got
That's
home.
why when you were like, Cliff, we could punt. I said, all right.
Let's not do Monday. I need a
This guy is
recuperating
all
day.
right.
I can't drink like I used to. I can't.
I noticed
move
that.
around like I used to.
I noticed
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, I can't do it as
You know
I
what?
used
It's
to.
okay. It's okay. Because trust me, you don't want to do that.
No,
But-
maybe this week. This week I'm gonna. Next week was like the week I'm like. I think it's just because like I'm so invested with the Patriots.
Yep.
You know, I've lost the love of fantasy football because I'm invested in the Patriots. I everything that they do, I want to watch. Like,
yeah.
You know, I want to put all my attention towards them. I think I'm just invested in my mind for like, yeah, we got Sunday Night Football. The MetLife thing is going to be awesome.
I
Like,
can't wait.
have
I'm
been putting
excited.
So much effort with Ramon.
I'm a
on
little,
this
I'm
and,
a
like,
little envious. I'm like, when you put all those pictures together and you showed how it grew, I was like, wow, that's
I
pretty
know.
cool.
I can't wait to be out there. I think it's just, and we're gonna have like the president of the Patriots fan club that like from New York or whatever. She's gonna be coming out.
Wow.
So she's probably bringing her people. Like,
Okay.
I think that's like my official kickoff of the season.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, hopefully the Patriots win Sunday, so it's
Bingo.
1-1. Like that's the thing. But
Well,
maybe
listen.
that's it. Sour taste in my mouth with the Patriots losing Sunday. I'm just like, I don't care about Monday night. I don't care about Thursday night. I just want to fucking get this win.
Get
Like,
this
I
win.
want to see
Yeah.
a win.
Let's start talking
Like, let's
about
start-
the Dubs.
Maybe you're right. Maybe it's because they're not winning as much anymore. It just changes things.
That's it. And
That
because
COVID year too, just like when you're
it
watching
beat us
at
up,
home and like
it was different.
no fans and it was different. Yeah.
And I kind of feel bad for you guys because you're a Brady baby. Maybe that should
Brady
be a
baby.
that should be a T-shirt. Brady baby.
Brady,
you know,
that's actually not bad.
because you guys always fucking won.
We're spoiled.
But it's okay. But I'll tell you, holy shit, that marketing, wow.
Did they hear us about this? Is that why?
Babz,
Do you think that they were listening to us?
are you
at
not
Procter Beer
listening to
Company?
me when I was trying to give you flowers? I was like, yo, they heard you. They were like, holy shit, one day does suck.
Did they already have that planned out?
I don't know.
I don't
But
think so either.
I don't think so either.
Think
But
so either.
that's pretty. That's
I
pretty
don't think
though.
so either. I think that they went to him when he came and said, "We want to do this next year. Do you have time?" I don't think that's just magically.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like
I just pulled up. I'm not going to pull up and
Yeah.
jump over the hoops. I've been doing that for 20 plus years.
Yeah.
Hey, let me ask you another question. The celebration here that we're seeing, 6/12/24, is it the celebration for Tom Brady or the celebration for the New England Patriots with Tom Brady winning Super Bowls?
That second one.
The second one.
Yeah, they're not gonna ever mention Tom Brady in the Bucks.
So he only won 6?
He only won 6. That's the way they're gonna look at it. I wanted to go back about the celebration.
Okay. Yeah.
I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah.
I know I was very heated in the moment, a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Saying that they fumbled it, and I still think they did.
They still, of course.
That celebration day, 6-12, 6-12-24 should have been
try.
6-12-23. Like, they should have had it already in June. I get it. You guys are waiting, and I'm telling you, I don't think they had everything planned out right away. Everything felt rushed. I talked to somebody with the team.
Let's know. Let's go.
Just letting you know that I talked to somebody about the Tom Brady being there. He was in a certain area with Tom, and Tom enjoyed it very much.
Cool.
Tom, I can read the quote if you like.
Go ahead. Yeah, sure.
As I fumble around, I thought the ticket things that they had were pretty cool. That was a really nice
thought
touch.
that was amazing.
Now, I got yelled
Nice
at
touch.
because I was told, well, why didn't you just take a bunch and sell them? And this and that. They were going for like $100 on eBay. Like, if you look at it right now, you can buy them on eBay for
Are you
$100.
kidding me?
But I'm not going to take
Just
opportunities from other people.
Yeah.
Well, what happened was I was on the concourse, and I was like, where do you get the tickets? And they're like, it's in your seat.
Yeah.
Go get it now, because there's people
Walking around.
taking them, and some people were getting kicked out by doing that. So I thought that was a nice touch. I gave mine to my father-in-law.
Nice.
I was told Tom was genuinely into the return yesterday. He was terrific up in the lighthouse, all smiles. I was with him up there in the bell ring. It was very meaningful for him. The eyes don't lie.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
that's what I got. So it seems like I also thought you could tell with his run, his speech, that maybe he was a little nervous.
Yeah.
Of people like me.
Yeah.
That are just like, fuck Tampa Tom. I don't care about Tampa Tom. And I feel like when he sat there and everyone's going nuts, plus the Pats scoring 14 points straight.
That was
and it
awesome.
that helped a lot of that halftime.
Nice
as well,
little
too.
script.
That helped. Maybe that's how the script was.
Yeah.
I think him soaking it in and about 70,000 fans screaming his name and still giving him that love and support, I think that meant a lot to him, and I think that changes a lot of his perspective in his mind of this place means a lot to me. Again, how many times is Brady going to be up here? Again, I think Brady should have been around in preseason. I think Brady should be here a little bit more often. I'm just telling you. That's why I said it fumbled a little bit. Yeah, they're going to have this big celebration for Tom Brady, right? He's going to go in the Hall of Fame next year, right? The Pats Hall of Fame. How much money are they paying him to come up here? What kind of merch are they selling? Someone just told me today, like, hey, I noticed that Tom Brady's jersey has been pulled from Fanatics in the pro shop. I can't buy a Patriots Tom Brady
Do you know
jersey.
why? Do you know why?
I don't. Do you know?
So
His
when
Tampa Bay jerseys
when the Patriots or any team for that matter, when their jerseys are sold online like a Fanatics, they don't get any of that money. So their only money that they're getting is home team.
So Tom gets all that money.
I'm not saying Tom. The Patriots, the New England Patriots. Anything that's jersey sales.
They don't get any of that.
They don't get that.
So are the Patriots saying pull the jersey?
Pull the jersey. You guys
only want it sold at the pro shop.
Yep.
Where they sell for $200.
And they probably will sell it online.
They don't have it on the pro shop web because the pro shop is now Fanatics. So it's only in person that you probably can buy.
Bingo.
All right.
Wow.
Yeah, because someone reached out and was like, "Why can't I buy that? That makes sense."
Money.
We don't want because Tom Brady's jersey for Tampa is still for sale.
Yeah, money. No one wants
so I'm
that.
sure. Yeah, so I'm sure they.
Nobody wants that jersey.
It's the Tampa one.
Yeah,
no one wants that. Yeah, they want the Patriots one.
Yeah,
come down to the pro shop and get it.
Is this fucked up on my part? I was pissed off seeing people with those half and halves. I know
I
they're
saw plenty of them. Yeah.
Like that day? That day?
I saw someone wear a Rob Gronkowski Bucks jersey. Like, that is so stupid.
Really? Oh, my God.
That's so dumb.
Like,
I took a picture of one of the guys wearing that half jersey.
Like, to me, okay, if you don't have, like,
you
jersey.
Should be
first of all,
fucking nuts
let me give you props. I have this because Babz gave it to me. No, it's not Tom Brady, but he gave this to me.
It didn't fit me anymore either.
So, salute to him, because these are not fucking cheap. But I'm going to tell you,
that's good quality,
I would have just gone with a T-shirt. I'm not wearing a Gronk Tampa Bay jersey. That's insane.
Yeah, I think that's fucked up to do that.
Yeah, it's insane.
Now, I am waiting for Tampa Bay Tom to come back. I'm sure that they're going to do some sort of celebration down there and throw him in the Ring of Honor.
It's money.
They have to do it.
It's money.
I'm interested how they handle it. I mean, next year is going to be fun. I can't wait for next June. It's on a Wednesday.
Okay, can we talk about that? That's
because it's 6/12.
Yeah, but I get it.
Rushed.
Yeah.
Like rushed, like this and that.
Can we look at something? Yeah, okay, check your phone. 7/12. When is that? I think that's a Saturday.
7-12. Oh, so that could have celebrated Tom Brady's 7 Super Bowls, right? Is
Yeah,
that what
but
you're trying to get
but
at?
we don't want to do that. But I thought we were celebrating
It was on a
Tom.
Friday, but a Friday would be a lot
Much
better
better.
than a Wednesday.
Much better. Much better.
That was a good birthday present too, July 10th for me. So I would.
Oh, you see that?
I mean, 6/14 is good because it's the end of OTAs, so like you still have the players around and hanging
Yeah.
out before they go into their summer. Same thing with the people who work in the offices of Gillette; they're around, and I think it's good to have it in the middle of the summer. It should give some significance of the season coming up, this and that, but. I don't know. I wish we saw a little bit more Tom Brady around. It's like, when's the next time we're going to see Tom? That's the question. When's the next time we see Tom? Are we going to see him next June? Is that it?
June.
Is that it?
That's it.
Is that it?
That's it.
That's the next time we're going to see Tom Brady next June.
Why else would he come here? Let's be honest.
Like, is he going to come Monday Night Football for Kansas City?
He owns a piece of a soccer team. He's
how many times are we going to see Brady with the Raiders now for the rest of the season? You saw him once in the preseason.
You'll see him with the Raiders more than you'll see him here.
Going forward.
It's business.
Wow.
It's business. And
I don't want to hear this, well, if I come back, it's so emotional. It's like you come back because you want to be back.
he came back because the bag was right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, okay, another question for you. I already know the answer. It's going to be held on the field. Because, the Hall of Fame, they always do it on the stairs, the little area there. That's horrible. So you agree, they'll do it on the field?
Yeah, they have to. Yeah, it's going to be in the stadium.
Because they got to sell it.
Yeah, so I think...
You think they're going to sell it?
Oh, yeah. I don't know what the prices will be. If I had to guess right now, it's
Go
super
ahead.
early. All season ticket members will get a ticket. Like
Free.
It'll probably...
Or discounted.
Included in your season ticket membership.
Okay.
So that's how they jack up the prices, right? Oh, I noticed my prices went up $100 a ticket.
Yep.
Well, you're paying for the Tom Brady experience, So I'm sure all season ticket members will get it. That's number one. Number two, the waitlister people that are on the wait list will get the first dibs to buy the sale.
The sale. Yep.
So the only way to get in there is to buy it on resale. Like they're not gonna release tickets, let's say, for the public to buy. Because by the time that goes through the wait list, everyone's going to have a ticket.
Correct.
Those tickets next year, probably for that, if it's in the stadium, at minimum will probably go for $300. It's going to end up feeling like a game. And those won't drop. Like, I say, like,
no, it's going to stick.
Those are going to stick what they are.
Yeah.
So I'm already having to work on my connections and
Yeah.
try to get in there somehow. But that's what I wanted originally.
Yeah.
Was that like one big celebration day. Everyone's in Gillette Stadium, and what sucks is I do think that there's a lot of people that can't afford to go.
Yeah.
They should be there, but guess what? That plaza level now is awesome. Like you can go right up to that gate. Like you don't have to have a ticket. Like you can go right up to the gate.
Nice.
Where the tunnel is, and you can watch there. Just I'm sure that on the outside they'll have a TV set up where like you can be on the stairs. That stadium that day should not only sell out, but that entire Patriot place should have an additional 20,000 people there.
I agree.
I think it's going to be that packed down there on that Wednesday.
Yeah.
So, and I hope that it's, in the evening time, 6 o'clock.
Let people get off of work. Yeah.
People getting off of work, but it's summertime. People take vacations.
This is true.
Like I hope there's tailgating. Like it's going to be one big festivity, but it's also important. It should be important to Robert Kraft that this Patriots team actually succeeds this year.
Bingo.
Because if you have a
you can't
6
have
or 7 win team, and then you go into this,
no one's gonna care.
People will care about Tom Brady, but it's the Patriots now. It's like it doesn't bode well for the team.
Good point.
Now you're not really being that optimistic going into 2024 for the Patriots.
This is true. Now let's talk about some silly shit. You're the Jets. Do you call Tom?
No, that was dumb. That was so dumb that even came out. Clickbait. I saw RG3 even mentioned his name. Like, he was on TV and was like, you got guys like Carson Wentz's out there, the Cam Newtons, or me, the RG3s. Like, we can still get it. This and that. He was trying to audition almost for the Jets. I do think that they should call a veteran in.
I'm going to throw a curveball at you.
They should bring Cam Newton in.
You know who they should bring?
Who should they bring?
Stidham.
No, they won't. They won't trade for him. I mean, there's already some bad blood between the
Jets. But what do you think?
I mean, I would like Stidham to be for the
Don't
New York
you
Jets.
think he could actually?
I don't know if I could really root for that though.
That would be insane.
I don't know if I could. Root
I
for
want
that.
to see that for the dramatics, just to see you go.
I don't know. Hey, Denver's already 0-1 to start the season, by the way. So
I told you
they're playing Washington.
I told you
4 games. That's all it takes.
4 weeks.
Rooting for Washington this
4
week.
weeks. Maybe week 5 he'll be playing. That's what I've been calling.
If they go 0-4, imagine that. Russell.
He's out of there.
And I don't think Russell played a terrible game. Like I looked at the stats. I didn't watch the game, but I mean, hey, you're 0-1. That's it. You're
No one cares about,
Yep,
stats is
that's it.
irrelevant. Irrelevant. We
I mean,
lost.
the fans in that stadium, when you only score 16 points against the Raiders, a divisional opponent.
Ouch.
Those same fans that just saw Stidham hang up 27 a couple weeks ago, and the team scored 41, even though it was preseason.
Why is that guy not playing?
Why is that guy not playing? Our
That's
offense
right.
could probably be moving a little bit better. So
That's right.
It'll be interesting.
I want to see that happen.
Yeah.
Why not? You know, it'd be an easier trip for us.
I know. I'd be down there almost every other week, probably. Sadly.
Would you buy a jersey?
Yeah, I get a Stidham.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would you
I
like
stick with them. I did it
put-
with the Raiders.
Would you
I
go
did
like
it with the
but that's
Denver.
different. The
I did
Raiders,
it with
Denver.
Denver.
It's different. It's different.
It's different with Denver. Yeah, it's really different.
Think about
with
it.
the
Come on.
Jets.
Don't lie to yourself.
Yeah, I know. That's
the Jets.
tough. That's tough. I don't know.
Like you would be with that. Would you sit next to the fireman, like screaming, spelling the word?
That's tough.
Doing that?
I think I would probably get something custom that would Stidham. Maybe not the jersey.
Okay.
Maybe a hoodie. I'm classic hoodie or something like that.
Okay.
Or, that's tough.
Would you put like a Patriot logo inside?
That's tough.
Just next to their heart.
I don't know what I would do. I don't want to think about that. I'm glad it hasn't happened. I mean, you can say the same for like a Buffalo or even Miami. I think the Jets is the worst.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I just think just because the Jets they have a good fucking team. The offensive line,
like I said, when do you shut it down?
Yeah, that's the thing.
When do you shut it down? If they win this week against Dallas, like you got to continue going forward. So it's at what point do the Jets shut it down? And that should give you the advantage. I mean, just not celebrating Rodgers' injury, but the Patriots. I said this. I was trying to find it in that Brockton beer. I'm pretty sure I was like, no matter what, the Pats are going to finish ahead of the Jets. I said that a couple weeks ago. I couldn't find that. I was trying to find it to clip it. I mean, right now you should finish ahead. Now, if you don't finish ahead of the Jets,
then that's a
we
problem.
have an issue.
Well, that's a problem.
Now we have a real issue.
With the Patriots. That is a very big problem.
Yeah.
Let's go on the other side, NFC, real quick, right? Dallas, Trey Lance, what is going on? Thoughts?
Pushes Dak a lot to have Trey Lance there. I saw that. I think Dak's dating some porn star or something with some big ass or something like that.
Okay.
I think that they're just joking around saying that's why he's playing well. I think that having Trey Lance was a good thing for Dak Prescott. He needs to be pushed. I always feel like Dak is average. Like I just feel like he hasn't hit his ceiling of where he needs to be. Maybe this is going to be it finally for him, but we say this almost every year with the Cowboys. This is our year. This is our year. But to put a 40-piece on the Giants and shut them out, and he did it on the road, that's a statement right there to start season, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's what you want to make. You want to make statements. I know it's week 1. It's irrelevant. Things change. That's why people are saying Buffalo Bills, they'll figure it out.
Yep.
Patriots, it's okay. They lost. Moral victory. They'll figure it out. To win 40-0 is a statement right off the bat for both teams.
It's disrespectful, honestly.
It is. As a Patriots fan, 2 ways on this. You're playing Dallas pretty quick. Week 4, now Dallas is going to have a couple games to get themselves ready for you when you got to march in there, and you possibly could be 1-2 or 0-3. It's going to be a great game, by the way. I know a lot of people traveling down there. Number 2, the Giants game later in the season looks winnable now. There's a lot of these games that it's going to change week in, week out. Like the Saints. Like I thought the Saints would be a tough matchup. Winnable.
Yeah.
Now the Bills on October 22nd.
Feeling good about it.
A little winnable. It's in your house. The Jets, both those games look very winnable now. So now things are changing in the long-term things, a long-term perspective. Steelers, Thursday Night Football. I think you were on the Steelers train. They look terrible against San Francisco.
I lost a great parlay just because of that game.
Just because of them. So that's another game I'm looking forward and saying like that should be winnable at the time.
Yeah.
The Chargers losing to Miami. Now, if you beat Miami Sunday night, all right, well, they beat the Chargers. You should be able to handle that team. So that's the thing. That's why it's so important to win this one game. It's that domino effect.
And start building.
You can start building off of that.
I agree.
And I kind of am rooting for Philly to absolutely destroy the Vikings tonight, just to show, wow, Patriots held them pretty close.
Great.
The Patriots held them pretty good.
That fits the narrative of that.
The bad spin
It
zone,
fits
baby.
the narrative of that New England defense is a extremely well-built defense. I don't know that yet because we don't necessarily have proof. If we go with the rhetoric of they just came Philly with just the basic, simple, vanilla offense. Just to say, it's the Patriots. We're not really going to show. But what it also does show is that training camp matters a lot. A lot. And I think they definitely would benefit from it. I think the whole league, the product, would benefit from it. And I do hope that next year teams change the way they approach things, man. because I didn't like what I saw the first week. Not much. Not at all. Not at all. Not at all. But, man, this was a good pod, I think, for us coming back here. Let me ask you a question. When are we going back to Mohegan, or when should we go back?
Mohegan's son should invite us back for probably the Dallas game, a 4:25 game.
I would
We'll
like
figure
that.
it out. Like, we got to figure some stuff out over the next couple of weeks.
I got to get
it's
some
a busy month.
blinders. I got to get blinders because it was so busy there. It's
Yeah.
like you heard, did our team score? No. You're gamblers.
I gotta. It's September's a busy month. We got between the home opener, we got Sunday Night Football, we got MetLife coming up, and then you got the Dallas game. Then all of a sudden, it's like the Saints. They're coming into town. Then you got like Buffalo and the Miami, or you got the Raiders. They got the Raiders road game. Maybe we'll be there for that. Yeah. So it's just figuring stuff out as we go. I just find it tough. If you lose on Sunday, now you're 0-2. It's tough to talk about the Patriots.
It is. It's
tough. It's really tough.
So this is going to be our slot? Is that what we're saying?
I think this Thursdays are nice.
Yeah.
It gives you like enough time to breathe and look at everything over the week. I feel like our late nights were
They were killer.
They're killer.
But you know what?
Dedication,
that built our
though.
character, though. Yes, it was. Yes.
And then things change. The kids are in school now.
Yep.
They're doing school twice a week.
Nice.
I was a single dad for the last 2 days, and it sucked.
I saw that.
It was not fun.
You didn't know what to do with yourself?
I was begging Michelle to come home.
I told him.
I did this months ago. I'm being nice. It's football season right now, so it's like
I like the preparation.
What can I do during those weeks that I'm going to be away for a couple Sundays?
Smart guy.
2 nights at the Omni Providence, no big deal.
Nice.
Her first reaction was, why are you sending me to Providence? I was like, well, you're close in case something happens. Like,
you can come right home.
She works in Foxborough. You can still go to work. You can
Yep.
come home if anything happens. And then it's finally comes. This was months ago when I planned this, and then it's finally here. And on Tuesday at noon, she's got to leave that day at noon. Get a text from the preschool, and they're just like, yeah, Fiona's feeling sick.
Oh.
Like, she's very warm. She won't eat, and then she napped for 2 hours. And she comes home, and then the girls know that she's leaving for 2 nights. So it was just terrible on Tuesday night. And then we wake up on Wednesday.
Yeah.
I legitimately didn't leave the house. Like, she was warm, sick, Tylenol every 4 hours.
Yep.
Trying to make her feel better. Then it rained yesterday on Wednesday, and Sophia's nice and doing. She wants to go to the playground, and I just felt bad. Fiona was laying down, and it got to a point where I was like, maybe you should just come home. But I toughed it out. I
showed my worth. Yes.
I showed my worth. And I got them ready for school this morning.
Nice.
I brushed their hair.
That's what I was going to ask you.
Their hair is still intact somehow, some way.
Do we have photo proof of how
I
it
do
looks?
have a photo of this.
It'd be interesting.
Of their hair.
I'm not doubting the skill set, but
this was their.
it's not that easy
This
sometimes.
was their hair.
Hold on.
They put this on here. I have to zoom in or something like this. This was Sophia.
Okay.
That's Sophia's hair right there.
All
She's
right.
all smiles. And then Fiona woke up this morning and she's all smiles too today. She was feeling a little sick under the weather.
So what went
and
into the fixing of the hair? What'd you do?
Just try to watch Michelle over the last several years of how to do it. And pray for the best and just put the foam in
That's
and
all you
the
can
gel
do.
style and that's it.
That's all you can do.
It's still intact at school. They upload pictures and stuff.
Are they matching? Did you find
purple,
socks?
Pink. Yeah,
like
I
the red
had
socks?
everything prepped.
Ah!
Before she left, I was like, I need everything prepped for the next couple days.
Can you talk to our coach about preparation? Because we're lacking that.
Is so key. So it was good. I can't wait for Michelle to come home today. We're going from this to go pick them up, and then she'll be home later tonight. So
awesome. Okay.
It was good. Right. It's good to do these Thursdays. I think it's a lot better for our sanity.
I agree. Final thoughts. I'm going to throw a quick final thought. I don't understand why when people are leaving you voicemails, right, and you're not picking up and you just let them go through voicemail, that the voicemail box gets full. We're in a digital age. I know it's a weird final thought. It has nothing to do with sports. It's okay. But I want to know, and I want to ask you, sir, what would be the limit or max in voicemails that you would put for cell phones? Because I think mine is 39 or some weird number like that. It's weird.
Yeah, I mean, I'm very meticulous with anything on my phone. I delete old photos. The only photos
you told me that was pretty cool.
The only photos I keep are the girls. That's it. I go back and I try to delete a lot of even if it's pictures of. I'll find them on Instagram. Like, I'll have to scroll back. Like next week, like I have to go back and scroll for everything. Voicemails, I get rid of it all the time.
Really?
I delete them right away.
ASAP.
Yeah. ASAP. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
You notice I leave my phone on Do Not Disturb a lot. Like,
Yeah, that's
I
crucial
go
now.
straight to voicemail. Like I don't want to talk to anybody.
Yeah, that's crucial.
I get a lot of scam calls or calls from places like, hey, you got to be here.
Mm-hmm.
Work. But I do that. Voicemails, I get rid of them pretty quickly.
So it doesn't bother you. So that's irrelevant to you.
Unless you're somebody that's like getting voicemails from a significant other and you want to keep them and like, maybe that's it.
Send it to the cloud or something like that.
Send it to the cloud, save it, and send it.
That's it. Okay. What's your final thoughts, brother?
My final thought is this. I am ready for winter time. I am ready for the winter. I am ready for snow. Like, I feel like it's been such a terrible summer with rain and humidity.
Yeah.
It's been so gross. And now we have a hurricane coming this Saturday.
Every
that might
weekend.
miss us. It might miss us. It might hit us.
Yep.
You never know. I hope the people that are flying out for Sunday Night Football can make it into Boston in time. I'm ready for the winter time. I'm ready for some snow.
Yeah.
I'm ready for the fall. I'm ready for the cool air. Like,
Okay.
I think I'm not saying it was a bad summer, but I know a lot of people said anytime they had a weekend off or time off, it just rained. It was terrible.
Meh.
I'm sick of it. I'm sick of the rain. I'm sick of the humidity.
Yeah.
I'm a cold weather guy. You know me. Like,
Let's
I
do it.
wear shorts all year round. Let's do it. Let's get some snow in here. And I'm gonna say that now, and then probably 4 months from now say, well, we have a big blizzard coming. I fucking hate the snow.
You
I
hate
hate
the fucking
shoveling.
snow. But that's, you know what, it is what it is. That's how it is in New England. It's kind of, no disrespect to people with bipolar, but it is a bipolar area as far when it comes to the weather, man. Now, I thought this was pretty good. I'm excited. Let's see what happens. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we want to thank you for tuning in and dealing with us again. And for again, sponsor ring, actually, we've given them out. They sponsor this show. I was supposed to say that. I didn't say that. Anything else?
Yeah, this week, if anybody's coming out to the Patriots game, I'll be starting my venture. I'm going to do one of these, like, hop-around tailgates. I'll start at the Tailgater 2000. I'll make my way over down to Silver Bullets Tailgate in Lot 3, and then I'll make my way over to the Plaza. I got John Menyes actually coming in from Cali with his wife. So it's, I believe, her first time going to a game at Foxborough. So make sure I show them around. I got a couple people have been hitting me up. Where's the tailgates? What's going on? This and that.
Anything going on at Sixth Ring?
Not that I know of. Like I'll try to get there. I'm trying to figure out some parking situations right now, and maybe I'll try to get down there a little bit early on Sunday to catch some of the 1 o'clock games, the 4 o'clock game. But again, just really hoping that the Patriots pull this off, just to go 1-1. Just keep that pace, 1-1, 2-2. I'm cool with going like 2-2 in the first 4 games. You got to stay on this kind of like track right now for the Patriots, and again, like I can't come in here next week and they're 0-2. Like I don't know what to do. I don't even know what my post game will be like. I was frustrated. I just frustrated all around. I appreciate everybody that also, and there's some people that listen to us and they go to the games and this and that. It's what's great about being back in New England is or being back at the games, the people you run into. Like, just come up to me and say what's up to me. Like I'm a nobody, dude. I'm a jabroni. Like I'm literally a nobody. I'm nothing special. Just come up and say what's up. Let's just talk some football. I will say this, Cliff. I was looking into the new atrium that they have opened. It's that light tower. And inside, it's 2 floors. I want to get a ticket to that this year.
Let's do it.
It's $250.
Let's do it.
It's all you can eat.
Ooh.
All you can drink, non-alcoholic, so waters and soft beverages. I guess this past week, since it was the home opener, they had lobster rolls, they had clam chowder.
Because Tom was there.
Tons of shrimp. They had street tacos. So I was looking into it, and it looks like it's going to be worth the price to get in there. And then they have 2 balconies that you can watch the game at, or you go to your seat. But you have to have a ticket to get in. I was looking into that, and then the Bud Light Beer Hall, I haven't seen anything from that yet. I've been trying to find my way down there. These are things I want to accomplish this season.
They have a hall.
It's like it's just a field lounge. I think it's called the Beer Hall or something like that. So that you're down there and you can watch the players come out of their tunnel and they go out. So
that's kind of, I don't want to say copy, but similar to what Dallas does.
Yeah, that's what they're trying to do. But how about the Lighthouse? Like, what did you think about seeing that in person?
I thought it was cool. It's fucking huge. From a production standpoint, I like when they were punching in to the fans. Like you just saw it wide and it just zoomed in. I thought that was really nice. And to piggyback off what Felger and Maz, they were kind of clowning the bell. I know nothing about the naval things or anything like that. What's your thoughts on that?
I like it. It's a different tradition. It's kind of like Kansas City banging on the drum,
Yeah.
like, or in Cleveland they had Mike the Miz, like he was out there and they take a guitar and you smash it, like of the opposing team. It's just it's. I know they were making fun of the tiny little bell, and I mean, you're in the fucking top of the. What do you have? A giant bell in the very top.
I thought they should have had that.
It's
That
fine.
horn.
Yeah, I get like a horn, like
the
a
horn,
foghorn
yeah.
or something like that. That would have been cool, but they do that. You know how they do that, like when it's like fourth down,
right?
Like they put the foghorn out, or third down, or whatever they do. No, I thought the bell was cool. It's a good tradition. They got to stick with it. I don't even know who's doing it this week. Like I said, it should be like a. I said Andre Tippett. Some other people said John Hanna.
Okay.
Maybe someone, a little throwback week this week, Sunday. Keep with it. Stick with it. I think it's something cool for pregame. It doesn't affect anybody. Why do you care that much about a fucking bell?
Yeah, it's
like
kind
the
of
people
weird.
that are hating on it. Like,
Right.
Who cares?
Y'all don't have anything going on in life.
Hey, bringing back Julian Edelman to ring the bell. I want to say last thing. Where's
Shoot.
Rob Gronkowski? What's he up to? What's he doing? I know he's on Fox. I know Edelman's on Fox now.
Yep.
Just interesting, like, what's his relationship with the Patriots right now? Because now you're bringing Tom back in.
Yeah, let's see
You're doing the stuff with Tom. Are you bringing Gronk back in for a? I haven't seen it. Gronk hasn't been back at all since he came to Boston for like a. He did something with the.
He has
the park,
the park that his family's doing. Yep.
Yeah, on Starro Drive. Like he did stuff with that.
Yep,
He did stuff with Boston Children's Hospital. Like he still has ties here.
I just don't feel like he was
anything with Gronk.
I just don't think that Gronk had that relationship. I think Gronk was just an employee, came in.
Will Gronk
played
be
nice.
here next June?
Yes.
There you go.
100%. That's his boy.
Go off that.
That's his boy.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're out of here. We got to go pick up our kids. You guys be good again. Once again, it is the Boston Power Hour. We love